Doing two player props here on PrizePicks, one MLB, one Wnba. Before I get started, you guys, link in the description below of this video. Hop into our premium Discord, $9.30 per month. It comes out to 31 cents per day. It's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. We also have other cappers in there as well. They post all their plays. Super positive community, you guys. Every member in there just trying to help each other cash. Again, link in the description below for that. I also want to mention I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. Simply plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully give you guys some insight and analysis to make your own player prop decisions. Again, NFL season coming up, NBA season on the way. Super good, super busy time, in my opinion, but the best time of the year for prop betting. Again, let's get into it. Two player props that I do like. Let's not waste any time. Let's go. First play, it's right here, front of the page. Hits, runs, plus RBIs. Corbin Carroll. He's been on fire, and the Arizona Diamondbacks offense has just really been on fire. So this is a road game here at Miami against Edward Cabrera, who continues to put runners on base with his walks, and I think it's a great spot for Corbin Carroll. So we take a look at Corbin Carroll's splits. Obviously, his splits really attribute to this line. He hits, again, he's not having a great year, but even since 2022 versus righties, he hits so much better versus lefties. 265 since 2022. This season, batting 231 versus righties compared to 191 versus lefties. Yeah, so the right versus left-handed splits are pretty crazy, but the hit rate for Corbin Carroll has been elite as of late, right? The last 20 games versus a right-handed pitcher, he's over this line in 17 of his last 20, averaging 3.3 HRR over those last 20 games. 3.3, right? And we look at kind of how he matches up to the pitcher profile of Edward Cabrera. Like I said, he's batting 231 versus righties, 107.0 WRC plus. Edward Cabrera versus left-handers, allowing an 8.28 ERA with a .369 WOBA. So weighted OBA is like, I would say anything over 300 would be considered average. So closer to the 400 range is considered really good. So .369 WOBA tells me this is a great spot for a left-handed hitter in Corbin Carroll. He matches up decent versus the pitch arsenal. Hits .355 WOBA versus the changeup. The curveball he does not hit well, and then the fastball .277, sinker .395, which again you can see the amount of times Edward Cabrera does throw these pitches. Again, this is Outlier. There's a link in the description below. You get a 7-day free trial with Outlier. But what I like this play a lot is just how hot the Diamondbacks offense is versus right-handers. So, like for example, this projected lineup is Corbin Carroll, Jake McCarthy, Jock Peterson, Josh Bell, and again, no Ketel Marte, I don't think tonight again, but with Corbin Carroll batting leadoff, he should see at minimum 4, maybe 5 ABs in this one. But when we look at these batters that are hitting behind Corbin Carroll, Jake McCarthy, and Jock Peterson, I mean, right, just look at Corbin Carroll's hit rate. 17 of his last 20 versus right-handed pitchers. Jake McCarthy bats behind him. He's 15 of 20 versus right-handed pitchers, and Jock Peterson is 13 of 20 versus right-handed pitchers. As a team, the Diamondbacks have the highest OPS in baseball versus right-handers since August 1st. The highest OPS in baseball since August 1st, and the highest WRC plus in baseball versus right-handers since August 1st. And again, Edward Cabrera, like I said, puts runners on base. 5th percentile in walk percentage, 17th percentile in barrel rate, and 7th percentile, in hard hit percentage. Like, it's a great spot for these hitters in this Diamondbacks lineup. Like, if we go to Edward Cabrera real quick, just his RotoWire, I'm gonna show you guys something if we can pull him up. Edward Cabrera. Again, I do these videos in one take here, but let's look at his splits versus lefties, like the walk rate. Let's see if we can actually see this on like a percentage basis, because his walk rate versus lefties, yeah, 43% balls. Let's see if I can see his walk rate. Let's see, situation. I don't know, but it's like 11% walk rate versus left-handed hitters, and we see the first 4 batters, essentially in this Diamondbacks lineup, can hit left-handers or hit left from the left side of the plate. So it's a great spot for Corbin Carroll. Like I said, an elite hit rate. 17 of his last 20 games versus righties. Again, he should see 5 ABs. All the hitters behind him hitting very strong right now. I like this spot. Second play is going to be a WNBA first half line, and it's going to be a PRA. I'm looking at Azura Stevens. I actually gave this play on my Discord last night. I thought it was going to move. It hasn't moved yet. For Azura, right, she plays the center role for this Sparks team, and on the season she's over in 5 of 7 games, averaging 10.14 PRA in the first half. But I like this play because the Connecticut Sun are really the only way you can beat them is in the paint. You can see here they allow I think they're bottom in the league in points allowed to the center position, rebounds and assists, right, to the center position. And Azura Stevens has had massive success against this Connecticut Sun team. Her last 3 games versus the Connecticut Sun in the first half, 12, 16, and 21 PRA here. All we need, obviously, in this one is 9 PRA from Azura Stevens. I'm taking first half because the spread in this one is pretty massive here, but it should put Azura in a great spot overall. I just think, given the minutes she's kind of been playing, minutes have been sporadic, but she's coming off a back-to-back in this one. I think if you look at her minutes in the first half, which is we're looking at here in 2024, she's played 17, 16, 12, 14, and 12. So I think a floor for her here is at least 13 minutes. So again, more than enough minutes to clear the over on this line for Azura Stevens. Not too much thinking going in this one. I just know Connecticut Sun system play. The only way you can beat them is in the paint with the bigs. Azura Stevens pretty much can get this relatively easy. I think given the history versus the Connecticut Sun, and given the minutes she's going to play, obviously Connecticut Sun are a pretty big team. I think 14 plus minutes in the first half should be a safe floor for her. And again, 8.5 is just too low. Also considering she's a big, right? Like Dejanay Carrington's at 9.5. She's a guard. Bigs, in my opinion, have higher upside for first half PRA. So 2 plays for this video. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, check out all the links in the description, and as always, let's cash.